Hello everybody, welcome to Ivanna Books. Today I'm going to be reviewing two new books which may already be familiar to you if you've been watching my channel for a while. First book is Plague World. I finished reading it and it was honestly such an interesting read. Next is Cringe Club. I've read this 3 times. This is my 3rd time reading it and I finished it again in like 3 days. And it was honestly an amazing book to read. I can't wait to get the rest of the series, which I'm hoping my mom will get for me. If you're watching this, Mom, please get me the rest of the Cringe Club series. Now time to dive into the video. Starting with Plague World by Alex Scarrow. The one thing I noticed when I first picked out this book, I actually got this book from my church summer fair and it was selling for really cheap. I think it was 50 pence per book that you wanted to get. Okay, I'll just read the blurb out. And the cover is very eye-catching, which is one thing I loved. The bright colors really grab someone's attention in a library full of books. Time's up. It's time to join us. Leon is stuck in England, Grace is on her way to New Zealand, and Freya to the new United States. The virus has assimilated all of humanity except for these 3 communities. Now it's prepared to talk. How these last humans choose to respond to the virus will ultimately decide their fate, and Leon, Grace, and Freya have a fight on their hands if they're ever going to see each other again. The explosive finale and remade trilogy from best-selling author Alex Scarrow. So, the thing is, I didn't read the rest of the series. I just got the final book and I didn't know. But it still made a lot of sense, even without the rest of the books. So, there were a lot of twists and turns in this book. I never thought that the virus that was after them was actually just kind of a peaceful bioverse. It was, so basically the main plot is all of the people are running away from the virus. Some get on ships. 2 of the main characters out of the 3, Leon, Freya, and Grace. Freya and Grace made it onto the rescue ships, and Leon was stuck in England, just like it said in the blurb. But later in the book, I found out that Grace and Freya were kind of spokespeople for the virus, which is an accumulation of different people put into sort of one bioverse. So Leon was stuck in England, and then the virus tried to talk to all of the 3 different communities, and different people from each community would have to go and experience the bioverse and come back and tell the rest of the humans. And after that, they would hopefully make peace with the virus, but one of the communities, the New Zealand community, actually decided to attack the virus instead of trusting it. Only a few infected people from that New Zealand community made it into the protected bioverse. And honestly, the story was so interesting. So for Leon, who was stuck in England, the virus came to him on a deserted island, and it tried to convince the people of the island and Leon to join the virus. One of Leon's friends joined, but Leon said that he would rather die putting up a fight than just to give in to the virus. Later on in the story, Leon and some of his acquaintances manage to escape the island and find somewhere else on the deserted planet Earth. Soon enough, all of Leon's acquaintances died out, and he was left alone in a cold lighthouse with barely any resources. At the end of the book, Freya and Grace found him since they were part of the remade virus, and they rescued him. They preserved him in the Bioverse. Okay, so a deeper explanation on the Bioverse. The Bioverse is basically where it preserves the most important parts of the humans that they need to function. So it preserves their memories, their brains, everything unique about them, and stores it into the Bioverse. They can still live and be free and have a peaceful experience. It's just that all of those people were so scared of the virus because basically, since the humans wouldn't agree with the virus would send out little crab scouts who had no brain. All they were sent to do was to kill people. And that's sort of the plot / summary of the story. I went on a little bit long. I skipped a few parts, but I'll definitely recommend this book. Now on to Cringe Club, officially one of my favorite rereads of 2026. Welcome to Cringe Club, the official group chat for all things cringe. So Liv, one of Ken's friends, says, OMG, we miss you, Ken. Devon, we wish we could have all gone to the same school. Kennedy, me too. I had the worst day ever at my new school because my scary form tutor hates me. I got trapped in a toilet cubicle. I was given a very embarrassing nickname. Liv, what happened? Devon, spill. Kennedy, okay, here goes. The main character of this book is Kennedy King. She goes through the experience of UK secondary school with a few troubles, but in the end, she finds out that to be cringe is to be free, and all she had to do was be herself and find some nice friends. I felt like this was kind of useful, especially since I'm going into secondary school in September. And it was such a good story. All the gossip, drama, all sorts of things. And I'm excited to get the rest of the series. Thank you all for watching. So just for final clarification, this is Plague World by Alex Scarrow, the last book of 3 in a series called Remade. Cringe Club by Emily Jane Clark, and it's in a series of 3 that you can purchase off Amazon, or you can just research Cringe Club series on the internet. So thank you all for watching. I'm so glad to have such a supportive audience, and I'm very happy that you guys all take your time to watch me. This is goodbye for now, but before I go, I have something I want to introduce to you, especially if you're in the UK. So, Waterstones has a summer reads challenge. It may be a little bit late now to join, but if you go to Waterstones, if you have any in your area, you can ask one of the staff there if you can join the summer reads challenge. They give you this little bookmark where you write names of books you've read and the rating of the books. So far, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, out of 6, I've read 3 books. I've probably read more books during this holiday, but I counted the ones that I got from when I started. So I have Lily Trip, Plague World, and Cringe Club. I still have 3 more books to read, and hopefully I'll be able to finish before September so that I can hand this in at Waterstones and, well, kind of cash it in for a prize. I think the prize is a book bag or something like that with some sweets and everything. So if you're interested and you're in the UK, you can definitely go and try out for that. If you haven't read any books recently, but you still want to do it, just write down some of the books that you've read this summer. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.